What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Shipped Across the Border. My name is Max. I'm here with Chris, and today we have on another senior, another captain, another returner. So this time, one of our big men. What do you call it?
Doesn't like playing big.
Far and few between.
Doesn't like playing big.
The far and few between we have.
I hate playing.
But yeah, we got Neil.
What the fuck?
It's like croutons in a soup.
Don't turn down any opportunity, whether it's a camp, a clinic, because you never know literally who's watching.
Make your own decision and stick with them and know they're the right decisions, right? And even if they aren't right, don't regret them.
He didn't know creatine existed. So he got some creatine, he's like, oh yeah, lift heavyweight. Shipped across the border. Shipped across the border.
Shipped across the border, man.
Welcome back to Shipped Across the Border.
Welcome to the show.
How y'all doing?
What's your last name?
Bridgeman.
Bridgeman.
Yeah.
Why does your Instagram thing say like Shyne then?
Shyne?
Yeah.
That's a nickname. So first.
How'd you get that nickname?
So that nickname's come from my brother. My brother called me Shyne because I'm like light skin. He's dark skin. We both got different pops. But Shyne, I smile a lot. So when I was a kid, I used to smile a lot. So he said, oh, Shyne, and my skin complexion. So kids came at it. It was like easy. My real name is Neilon, but my whole life people used to just Neilon. It was just like weird. But my mother, like, just to shorten it, if you take out the O-N, it's Neil.
Yeah.
So it's just two nicknames to combine to one, to be honest. That's really it.
So today we had no practice. It's Friday today, so no practice, no what do you call it? We had no classes today.
No classes at all.
And I mean, we're in Springfield, Mass. I don't know how many people know where that is in the audience, but not much to do, as I recently learned.
Oh yeah, it's boring over here.
So so what do you do today? Like, what's a day in the life on a kind of just off day of everything look like for
me?
Neil, Shyne?
Off day.
You didn't hoop today?
I didn't hoop today. I didn't do no hooping.
Get on his ass in the comments.
Yeah, I definitely could. I definitely didn't. But I mean, I do a lot of other things on campus. So it's like I got like 3 jobs here on campus.
You do be hella involved.
Yeah.
You're an RA.
I'm an RA.
You do the athletic shit.
I'm in like athletic things. I work in the library. I'm in the MOCA, like some MOCA thing. I'm just around. I do a lot.
Definitely. Yeah,
Just-
you're definitely involved.
I'm do a lot.
Tay as well was also very involved with campus. He's like
He is.
RA, he's working in the athletic, like,
I'm trying to make him
what do you call it as
do
well?
my MOCA, but he pissing me off. But
What is MOCA?
MOCA, okay, my fault. MOCA is a Men of Color Association here on campus. I'm the president. It was last year I was a secretary. I just liked it just because we're in the PWI. I mean, I'm be real. But majority of the basketball team or just any team in general that you see is all the black players are just on the team.
What do you guys like do?
What do we do? Well, what we're trying to plan to do right now is like we're doing like we got an event November 2nd. It's like more of like a man of color. Like that's the event name, a man of color. Like what do y'all see? What's your image of a man of color? What the struggles we go through compared to other different people? Like just things of that nature, like stereotypes we hear and stuff like that. So
I'm trying to get involved more on campus too, or just in general to like build.
no, you should. You should. That's the whole point of it. Business club.
Yeah.
I was supposed to, but I was like, I got too much on my plate.
You study business?
Yeah, my major is sports management. I'm about to get my master's in finance. So
Yeah, you do be old as hell. You do be about to get your master's. How old are you?
I'm 22. That's not old.
That's not that old.
That's not old. That's not old. Exactly.
23?
That's not. I'm turning 23
This year.
We call Ian old
next
too.
year.
In 2024?
2024. I'm turning 23.
We call Ian old too, but he's
Yeah,
like
that's
a
a
year
joke.
old.
He's
A year
just
older
been,
than
like,
us.
so-
He's been to like 9 different
He's been
schools. So
everywhere.
That's not
He's just
old.
like vet as hell. But yeah. No, I've been joining the business club because I'm studying business. And
Yeah.
Other than basketball. My dad's really been pushing me to like just get involved and do other shit, kind of like diversify myself a little bit. So I saw a cool opportunity there. Didn't really know kind of what that entailed, but I'm doing some graphic design for the club as well, which is interesting. And so
should be graphic design as a new logo. Fucking.
you know what? I like the logo.
Have you seen our logo?
No, I haven't seen it. Let me see. I really do want to see it. Because if you really do, like graphic design, we have some people here that could really help you out with logos.
Yeah, but
I'm
I'd
not
really
gonna
be
lie.
like that on the on the mouse and keyboard graphic design. I like our logo.
If it looks good, I'm gonna be 100%.
Be honest on the podcast. Be honest. This is a logo I've had for a year.
Okay.
I made this in like Canva a year ago. In 15 minutes.
No, I don't like it.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I don't.
Okay, I'm gonna show you two. I made
I
two
do.
new ones.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I made 2 new ones, but like this took me like 10 minutes. I just
That looked like something like a.
It's just it's nostalgic, bro.
That looked like a sneakerhead convention. You see, now that's a podcast logo.
That's so much
That's
better.
But I understand it, but that's a podcast logo.
And there was this one. No one really liked this one, but I'm gonna show you that one too.
That's nasty.
Okay, I don't like that one.
You don't like that one?
But the first one, it's like that's like a podcast logo. You know what? I would have done. I would change.
you want?
Go on Spotify.
I would have you know how like the microphone have like the waves. I would have probably made that into like basketball nets and stuff like that. That's all I'm saying.
High expectations.
Exactly.
Hold on, I'm trying to find this. But yeah, I said we've been doing this for exactly on the day for a year now.
Yeah, I was about to ask you like how long?
Exactly.
So
300 today.
Today
our fucking
First podcast
Apple
came out.
podcast like subscription
What?
renews. So
First
it's
one came out.
Oh, so I'm on the anniversary. I'm on the anniversary.
Introduce that. It's a 1-year anniversary of the podcast.
What do you want me to show him? Like is this?
Yeah, like that looks clean. That looks like a
They
podcast logo.
do,
That
but
looks clean. That's nostalgic.
okay.
Don't lie to
Look.
him.
Okay, you're from Canada.
Yeah.
You're from Canada as well. So I would have probably done a little Canadian thing in the back.
The name is shipped across the border.
But still, though, shipped
It's like
across
the
the
whole point.
border.
God, like one
I
of
would
our
have
guests actually
done
agrees with me and can tell you the truth.
like do like
No, we'll
the
definitely-
logo, and you put a sneaker.
Yeah.
We've not talked about a single sneaker the entire time we've done the
It's
podcast.
just like a, what do you call it? It's just stencil.
But if we do, I'm into fashion. So if y'all wanna, we could definitely.
I agree. It definitely needs some sort of update. We definitely have to take out the medallion.
We updated the intro 3 times.
If y'all do want to talk about fashion, let me know. I'm all for it.
So what do you? I mean, this is a very outside of basketball podcast to start off. Usually we just jumping right through basketball, but I kind of like the vibe, just learning, getting to like inside like what our teammates do like outside of basketball. So you say you like fashion. Like what do you like to do outside of basketball?
So I'm not about
You're
to say
very
it.
involved in campus.
Yeah, I'm very involved in campus. I'm just doing that for like a resume base. I'm telling you, well, I'm from Brooklyn, New York, so I would not be doing this if I was in New York. But my mother, she tells me this is a be out there more. So honestly, everything I do is mainly for my mother. Like I'm getting this education for me, yes, but I'm not gonna lie to you. If she's not in my ear, I'm not doing this. I'll probably be doing something totally different. I promise you that much. Like
You wouldn't be hooping in college?
I wouldn't be. I don't know about hooping. I'll be hooping. I think that's like my real passion. I just grew to love. I'm mad I grew to love basketball so late because I think if it could have blossomed
When
into
did you start
something
hooping?
better. I started hooping. I like to say like late elementary school, but I wasn't really like I'll say 5th grade. That's when I really started to hoop.
Low-key, Sam. I don't know what it is. There's like a trend on this podcast with tall, well, kind of, but like tall guys in general, for some reason, just always end up hooping late.
Yeah, 5th grade, like I just like 5th grade.
Like seriously hooping, like playing on a team.
Seriously, when I
AAU.
entered like AAU wise, like I'll say 7th grade, and like it was like 7th, 8th grade. Yeah, 7th, 8th grade. I was just tall, and then obviously I was no really fundamentally sound and stuff like that. So I just did center, regular. They just put you down
No, you
low.
absolutely hate that.
Yeah, absolutely hate it.
Why,
Like,
again, explain to the audience why you hate playing center.
I hate playing center. I am 6'3" to 6'4". I should be.
You're taller than 6'2". You're like 6'4".
I promise you. Okay, but anyways, and I'm playing a division.
6'3", especially on the
6'3".
Bro,
All right, cool.
You're way taller than like Avery, and Avery's like.
I'm not way
Maybe
taller
just
than him.
lankier.
I'm just lengthier, and I'm just more athletic than him. So that's where I guess what people say. But I'm not that tall.
I also
But
play at a D3, so like.
that's what I'm trying to say. We play at D3. But as I want to say, I do not like playing center. I'll play center. That's the thing is I don't like it just because of the simple fact I played it my whole career path time, like the timeline is career. The only time I haven't really played big, what should I say? Well, I was like not big, but not really big was like my last year of JUCO. That's the only time I could really sit here and be like, yo, I was really catching ball, shoot, pump fake, driving to the lane, 3-ball. That was the most flexible I've ever been playing big, and I just didn't like it. I just don't like the boxing out sometimes. It's just like I'm not a big. I know I'm not a big.
So who would you rather play?
If I'd rather play the forward, like forward. I don't really have tight handles to be really playing the guard, even though I should be playing the guard. But I'm a forward I'm a forward. But I have no problem if whatever at this point is like whatever coach put me at. At the
end of the day, it's about getting on the floor.
Yeah,
you have all the skills in the world. Shit done with nothing if you're sitting on a pine.
I don't like it, but it's like I'm gonna deal with it.
So like when you were growing up, did you train to be a big, or were you training like ball handling, shooting, that type of stuff?
When growing up, I was just trained to shoot. I'm not about to really I wasn't trained to really ball handle. Just trained to shoot and just grab rebounds.
Did you have a trainer growing up?
No, my trainer was, I would say, just the coaches. Like I haven't really trained. Like I guess training was YouTube. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't YouTube and going to the park. Oh, I'm gonna speak on that real quick. So that's where I say I really started to blossom.
My next question was going to be like for kids who don't have a trainer, what would you recommend they do?
Go to the park. Go to the park. Fuck, I could curse in here? Fuck the trainers, honestly. Or honestly, fuck the trainers. Like I feel all your creativity just from going to a park, just from learning from different people. Like I saw so much people move just by going to a park.
It's like a New York thing too. You guys,
it's new. I mean, yeah. 100%. And the funny part is okay, I would say elementary, middle school, a little bit of high school. I live right across the street from a park, right? So, PS 399, shout out, best public school in Brooklyn. I don't know about now, but still. And then there was another public school lower down. I think it was MSPS or PSN MS61. So we would go back and forth to each other's park, playing each other. It was a series. I promise you, in our heads, we were like, oh, it's a series. And then all the older guys realized that too. So then they started calling their older people to come over here and play with us. I promise you that was the most fun we've ever had. It was all right, cool. We won, they won. We won, they won. I promise you, I saw so much move. There was this dude named Low. That man, Low, was, I say, promise you by far, the nicest dude. I was like, yo, he's nice. Crossover, pump fake, 3-ball. I'm like, yeah, damn. And mind you, I'm young, so I'm just over here.
How old was this guy?
He was 16 at the time.
Did you end up going to play anywhere?
He played D2. But I think after a while he just stopped. But yo, what I mean to tell you, that dude was nice. I was like, yo. And the thing that made me admire him more, because he was he's just like me. But his own, I say his situation a lot more different, because he grew up in the Peas mean project. So in a project base. So when you're in that project lifestyle, it's just damn, you gotta really struggle. The struggle is real. But I think that goes for anybody though. But his struggle is by far more than mine. And look what he did. He made it to D2. Hopefully he's doing good right now. But yeah.
I feel struggle kind of we talked about this on the last episode, and something that our last coach talked about our team is what's your why? What's the reason why you play? And when you're struggling, what do you think about to push you to that next level, to finish those sprints, to get in the gym when you're not feeling like it, when you just lost or whatever, to keep going when you didn't get the playing time you want. And I feel a struggle could be you make it through that struggle. It's your why is well, if I made it through this struggle, then I could do that, or you know what I mean? So I feel that's a big part someone's why is the struggle that they've been through and making it on the other side of that. You know what I mean?
I get you.
So what is your why?
Speaking of whys, it sounds like it's your mother.
My mother is my why, but I feel that my mother's my why for education based. Education based and trying to do better with my life, that's my mother. But basketball wise,
It doesn't have to be a person. It could be many.
Yeah, I just say I like to compete. I feel if I see you, I feel you're doing better than me in something. I want to compete, even though I don't show it. I'm really nonchalant with things, but I feel on the basketball court I could really kind of bring out that little emotion inside of me. I'm very talkative on defensive end. I'm very talkative on just basketball in general. I like to speak. I feel if you don't communicate at all, then I don't think you should be on the court. That's just me personally.
That kind of sidesteps another question I had. We were talking about this before. What's the skill that you think you have that like an underrated skill, like not ball handling, another basic stuff, but another one outside of that allows you to succeed on the college basketball floor. His asked him before was communication, like being able to communicate on defense. That's not a normal answer people would give. Like, what do you think is some underrated or
like a unique thing?
Yeah, a unique skill that you have outside of the norm that allows you to succeed in the college basketball floor? You could steal his if you wanted to. But.
Yeah, I would say.
We kind of said the same thing. Like for me, like in high school, I was big on like talking to my teammates, like letting like we're in the zone. I'm telling them what we're running. I'm talking to guys, guiding guys around.
If you're not talking to me, bro, I'm going to curse you out. Like all jokes aside, like I like to be like, especially on defense. If we're not talking on defense, even if you're guarding someone, if it's say Chris guarding you, like yo, he's going to your left, screen to the right. Solid, I'm hedging. If I'm not hearing that, like my dude on the wing or whatever on the corner telling me, yo, backdoor cut, I got you covered. If he slides backdoor, all right, cool, I got that. If not, I'm gonna block on you. I don't like that. I didn't do it last year just because I'm like, all right, I'm new. I'm new.
I agree.
But fuck that shit. I'm out here. I'm out for, but I'm out here telling y'all.
I was gonna say the same thing because like everybody who's watching this from our team last year be like, Max is like a quiet ass dude. Like he didn't talk, he didn't say shit. Like he's lying. Like I didn't say like last year. I really kind of got away from that just because like I was new. I was a freshman. Like I feel like I'm a little fish in a big pond, and like I'm gonna let all these guys who are returners who are way older than me do the communicating. I'm just gonna like be guided instead of do the guiding because like what the fuck do I know? You know what I mean? But I feel like that was something that really helped me be confident. I feel like if I'm on the court and I'm not communicating, I feel like I'm controlling the impact that I make. Because you can't control if you make shots or miss shots.
Yeah,
but I can
absolutely.
control how much I'm talking, I'm communicating. That's something that I can control that can directly impact the game. So that was something that I really like to do in high school, and I kind of like made that an emphasis to be like the loudest guy on the court and on my team and just help, because I really feel like that type of energy really is transfers to wins and transfers to like big plays and like just gives you energy in general to play well. And I definitely got away from that last year, but that was something. I'm coming to this new school within a year of college experience, and I was like, I want to tap back into that like communication thing. So that's something that I've been really trying to like reestablish in my game in the last few practices we've had.
That's a big difference too between if you're watching a college practice and you don't even have to know who the freshmen are and who the mature players are. You can just watch how they play the game.
Literally watch one run. You watch one open jam.
And I already knew. I could just tell, okay, this guy hasn't been here. Like you can just see the guys who played high school. They're kind of lackadaisical and they're not screaming on defense. And then you see someone come down and you got this guy hedge left. It's just so much. The energy levels are different. The noise levels are different. It's a very different game at this level.
I like to say, my fault, Max. I know I was about to cut you off, but it's like you could just like the JUCO people, like. You're a JUCO prodigy, right? Or no?
We went to D3.
Yeah, I went to D3.
Went to different D3. But I want to hear, so Tay also went to a JUCO.
Yeah.
So he kind of told us his story, and I want to kind of hear, like, sorry to interrupt, like, what you were saying, but I want you to answer this question, talking about, like, the trajectory of, like, high school career, and then, like, how you made a decision to go to JUCO, and then how you found Elms from your JUCO.
Okay, so I'm going to start off from high school. I'm going to start from high school first?
Yeah.
High school.
And then once you get into JUCO, like, answer the question that you were going to say.
All right, cool.
Just give some context.
All right, cool. My high school, I went to Wingate basketball in Brooklyn, New York. Didn't like the coach. Coaching wise, nice guy outside of coaching. Didn't like the coach.
Was it his system, or what did you not like about him?
Yo, his whole system. He's a very commanding coach. If it's not going his way, it's ass. It's like, you're not playing. You're not going to do nothing at all. You have to abide by his rules and his rules alone. The system we was in, I can't even tell you. It was terrible. But the thing that pushed me even more, like, I tell you, that dude probably drained my confidence the most out of any coach alive. I promise you. Like, the first game, like, I could tell you, I had 8 points the first game. I was the bench, came off the bench, 8 points. We lost that game by 2. I remember that. And then we had this big closeout game. This was me in junior year?
That's your first year?
Junior year, yep. Junior year, because he was the varsity coach. And then junior year, we went crazy. Senior year, I'm my fault. We was ass junior year. I'm bugging. Senior year, we was ass again. I'm just gonna say, all throughout years, we was ass. I'm lying to myself. I don't know what I was thinking about. We was ass. We was ass. I'm lying to myself. But there was a couple of games where it's like, he just pulled our hearts. Not even the other team. He pulled our hearts. And this,
Give like an example.
I'm gonna say this one. We was down 10. We was down 10, and at halftime. So we all thinking, all right, cool, we're gonna get back into this game. He comes into the gym. You're doing this wrong. You're doing this wrong. You're doing this wrong. You're doing this wrong. He points out everything we're doing wrong, but not saying, all right, we could turn it back around. He even finished over saying, He said, we're definitely gonna lose this game. I'm like, damn, all right, cool. You got no faith in us at all.
I feel like he played for a coach.
Like
you're
you're
never saying anything positive, and just drags the whole team down.
Drags the whole thing, and we're just like, all right, shit, we're about to lose. Mind you, we're all young. We're like teenagers. All right, we're gonna lose. End up fucking losing by like 30. So.
That's not a fun environment.
Nah, it's not at all. I feel. Nah, I can never do that. I'm gonna tell you. I feel you should hit people with positive first. Hit them with like the repercussions, like your input. Then end it with a positive note.
Good what do you call it? Compliment sandwich.
Yeah.
You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Classic compliment sandwich.
Like boom, positive. All right, cool. We good to go. We good to go. Let's get out of here. Let's win this. But yeah, that's when I feel like my confidence. I was like, yeah, I'm done for. I don't want.
So you went to a JUCO after high school.
After high school,
What
went to a
was your
JUCO.
recruitment like at high school?
Didn't get recruited. Zero. Didn't get recruited. So I was a walk-on in my JUCO. My first year at that JUCO, ass. So I promise you, I feel like every team I've been on, it was ass. So I'm just gonna say this off rip. I'm accustomed to like losing. I think that's my whole career. I was just accustomed to losing. Like I can't sit here and tell you. The only time I was winning was in middle school. We won chip. I was happy as hell. That's the only time I could really sit here and be like, we won. But besides that, JUCO.
You walked on and made the team in JUCO.
Yeah, I made the team in
We all
JUCO.
good. Like what was that? What was that process like? When walking on.
Walking on, I just had a chip on my shoulder saying that I don't think anybody here can outwork me. So there's certain things that I know I could do better than. I think I could jump out the gym a little bit, but I'm not a high flyer, but I could definitely jump out the gym. I'll box out. I'll talk on defense. I do little things that coach is going to look and be like, okay, yeah, I want him on my team. So that's what I did. Didn't play my first year. Didn't play. In JUCO base, it's more of the second half. I played during the second half because you know why? People failed off. That's how JUCO kind of is. So I seen the opportunity. I took advantage of it. Played. I didn't like the reps, but mind you, my whole mindset right now is just like, oh, I'm not playing a lick of basketball. So once again, confidence went down the drain. Second year of JUCO, went back. This was like, I think, COVID year. So it was definitely around COVID time. I promise you that was the most high confidence I've ever been in my life. I mean to tell you, like, that's the time where he said, yo, Neil, shoot the ball. I said, word? He said, yes. I said, okay, I'm pulling everything. I pulled everything. But once again, that year was terrible. We had his name was Big Nick. Big Nick was 6'9", 6'10", but his knees gave out so easily. And then he just gave up basketball and failed off and shit like that. But Big Nick was big, son. He was like...
So you didn't have to play center?
Yo, I did not have to play center. He was big. I just gave it to him down low, and then he just did what he had to do. But, yo, fuck, son. I miss Big Nick. But
did you have a good second year in JUCO?
Second year was my best year in JUCO. My best. I averaged...
You started?
I definitely started. I average, I'll say 10 to 12.
And then you came here?
Then I immediately came here after that.
How does that, like, how do you graduate JUCO and how do you find?
That recruitment, I got recruited from Delhi, and then I got recruited from York. These are all New York schools. And then I think my coach told me about this, I forgot what you called it.
Area?
Not this area, like, you know where you go for like scouting and stuff, like
Yeah.
a camp. No, I can't.
Like a portal?
Like a portal? No, I forgot what it's called. It's something like a portal.
You have, like, NCSA?
It's like a run, so where like you see different talents. I forgot. I'm trying to think of the name for it. Something like Open Gym. Yeah. So I went there. That's where I see Elms. They was interested in me, and then they had my major. So that was my big prospect. If they didn't have my major, I don't think I'm coming in here. Luckily, they had my major. Oh, shoot. They luckily had my major, and then came here. Then yeah.
And then how'd last year kind of go?
Last year.
So I forget what you were like kind of getting to before from just like.
Oh, from the JUCO.
What was the?
I feel you just gotta be a dog. Like I think JUCO makes dogs. Like you want it. I think you want it more than anybody on the floor. Like I'm gonna be real. I think that's what it just naturally makes. You just want it because you've been at the lowest of the lows. You've seen what it's like. You don't want to go back. You've seen. I had practices. I had to be there practice at like 7. My house is 1 hour and 30 minutes away from my campus. So
You
then
took the bus there
I took the
every
bus.
day?
Yeah, took the bus, train, all that every day, practices, and I'm not back home until 12 a.m.
They were saying the same thing.
Games is even
There's
worse.
You couldn't like live on campus.
Yo, no. You have to be a
It's not all
community.
JUCOs. You just don't have dorms.
No, that's not all JUCOs. But certain JUCOs is just like that. Like we can't live on campus. So it's just like that travel base. I'm just like, damn. So I know how it is. I don't want to do that again. So that was my whole mindset. Like, I'm not doing this again. So it just made a dog in me. So that's
Kind of talking about like the evolution of your game. I'm wondering how your game changed from like when you played in high school to then when you went to the JUCO to now. Like how was that evolution kind of happened? Like how like the way that you played changed?
High school, I feel I was more of a slasher. Slasher defender. I'm always gonna have defense. I think that's the main thing. I feel you can't do nothing on defense. My first JUCO year, didn't play, but I felt I was more of like the mid-range guy. So once again, defense. I'm specifying defense a lot because you need to play fucking defense. After that, I just was a shooter. I was so happy. That was my best year. Shooting, 3-and-D, shooting. And then I had a guard who could just get in the paint by himself. Jason, nice as fuck. I think he played at D3, D2 right now. Nice as fuck. Get in the lane, kick out 3. That was like the utmost confidence I had. Coach looked at me and said, "You better pull every single shot." I said, "Bet." Still play center though, but just because Big Nick want to fail off and shit. But yeah, and then here, I don't know. I think my first year I was just finding myself. I knew defense had to be involved, but what else would I want to do? My first year was terrible. I don't like my first year here. The first half, I was so mad at coach. He did not play me. I was like, what am I doing wrong? Why am I not getting minutes? He said, okay. And is it, I don't know the plays. All right, cool. I got to know the plays now. All right, I'm waiting for my opportunity. Didn't play until the second half. And then that's when I said, you know what? I'm just going to be all out defense, rebounding. All right, cool. That's something I know I could fucking do. So I just did that. Seen the couple of minutes. Wish I played more. Yes. Wish I played in big moments. Like I'll say, Kobe Sawyer. I was telling coach put me back in the game because that's when the dude hit like a corner 3, a corner mid range, something like that for game. And up to this day, I say if he had me in that game, he was not making that shot. I'm being real. I still, if you ask me, I think I'm the best defender on the team. By far. It might be, people might say TC, whatever, RJ. I'll sit here and be like, I think I hold that weight. I could sit here and be like, I'm the best defender on the team.
He actually did bring you up last episode because we were talking about.
about to say that.
We were asking him, what's your favorite player? Or what's the type of player you hate guarding? And then what's the type of player you hate guarding you? And he said he hates when you're guarding him because you're just lengthy as fuck and block his shit.
Yes.
I'm asking you the same question. What are the types of players that you hate guarding?
I hate guarding Tay. But I hate guarding Tay. I hate guarding quick people. Tay is big, and he's big, but he's quick.
Deceptively quick.
He's quick. You would look at him like you wouldn't expect that. I would never expect Tay to move. And then someone quick and
like a Mike?
short. Mike, fuck you. Mike, fuck you. Mike and D.
I'm not guarding Mike. Bro. He gets to doing the puts his down, just does 1-2, 1-2.
Yo,
it's
he's
happening.
quick, short. He blows past me. Like TC, I think I hate guarding TC, but I think I'm getting to know what he likes to do. I put him in. I feel like I put certain people in certain positions that I want you to do. Okay. I'm giving the left hand. I'm giving the left side, but you're not gonna go left. I'm making you fade away with this. Do I want out of everybody to fade away? I don't want TCs to fade away.
We were talking about this too last episode about how there's like two things. We talked about tendencies in this podcast. Where like if you play with a certain group of people long enough, you learn what they like to do and what moves they like to go to. So it becomes really easy to guard them because you just naturally know where they're going to go. And then two, last episode we were talking about like people who love to play defense and what they do. And like Ian's one of those guys who I think likes to play defense. I'm not going to gas him up like we did last episode, but like we were talking to him, we were playing ones, and he was saying that I like to go left, I like to do this, I like to do whatever. I think guys who love playing defense, they just analyze the absolute shit of their people like they're guarding.
And the real nut shit that I think I do, I smile a little bit on defense. I smile a little bit just because I'm like, okay, I know what you're going to do. Just because I just like, all right, cool, you're going to go left, right, spin. I'm going to wait for you to spin. You're going to pump fake. I'm sitting. And I already have my length. I have long arms. I'm going to either block you or go straight up. So.
How are you, kind of going back to what we were talking about before, so you said you kind of go bad year, good year. It's kind of been alternating, bad year, good year for you. So how are you going to kind of like take last year, which you weren't happy with your role and stuff like that, and kind of like use that as motivation? Like, what are you going to do to try to make this year a good year?
I'm trying to make this year like my all-time best year. Like I'm all-time confident in myself and shooting. Now you can take your time.
You know, this is leading.
Damn.
There's stuff over here.
But
what were you saying?
I can't even tell you.
Fuck off. What were you saying? His goals this year?
My goals this year. Want to say individual goals or team goals?
Probably both.
All right, I'm gonna give y'all both. Team goals. I want to win. We've been losing. We've been losing. Like last year team, we shouldn't have been a 3 and whatever team. We was too good to be a 3 and whatever team.
What do you think the problem was?
Last year, damn, I think it was us in general. We didn't get back on defense. Once the lead went out, we were a first half team. First half or second half team. It doesn't matter. Like we're a half team. We're a half team. So once the lead started ballooning, we just, all right, fuck it, we're not going to get back into this one. Unless someone talks shit to us. And then that was that Regis game. I'm going to speak about that real quick.
Which game?
Regis. It was last year. We lost by 2. We came back. We was down 18-20. Came back in the second half because they started talking shit. Came back. I think they were scared. But we still lost. But that just proved that, like, yo, we could fucking do this, bro. But to make this a better year, I think all around collectively, put all the egos aside. If you come in with your ego, cool. But I think if you use your ego in a good way, benefit for us. If you're not gonna, damn, I'm not playing minutes. All right, cool. Do something about that. Where is that ego in you? Use that ego. Like, I'm gonna do this now. I'm
gonna push him in practice.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna switch it up. If I'm not making shots this year, I want to shoot better. I want to make every single layup. I want to dunk on your head. Like, I think that's I have to get that through my head.
You say that, but you don't be dunking.
I don't dunk.
He's like Kobe.
Yeah.
Bro, Kobe last
year. We had a guy last year.
Mm-hmm.
He did this like 2-on-1 drill, and he dunked it on one of our 7-footers' head. Like, dunked it on his head.
Only dunk all year.
Only time I've ever seen him dunk.
I think I'm a really good warm-up dunker. Like, you're gonna get like a good.
Trevor, bro.
You're gonna be like, damn. Like, you're gonna get like a good show, and then probably on the fast break, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna lay this hoe up.
Literally, Trevor
I'm gonna lay this hoe up.
We had a guy last year with East Bay and warm-ups, and then half a glass on a layup in fast break.
Yeah, you're gonna get like a great. You can be like, damn, you gonna be dunking a game? Nah, probably not. You probably gotta like get me mad for me. Like, all right, cool. He was talking shit. I'm gonna try to dunk on your head.
Okay, Trevor actually did almost have a poster last year, but never, ever.
But you know what? I'm gonna try to get it. I'm gonna go for an in-game dunk. I'm gonna try.
So for the team, you want to win.
I just want
to. What do you want?
For me personally, I said this last year. I want to be DPOY. I've been saying this. I want to be DPOY.
Opposite of Max Rolnick.
Yeah, I want to be DPOY.
You know, maybe if I average a few steals this year,
I want to be
in
DPOY.
that conversation.
I do want to be deep. I want to be on that scouting report. Last year I was not on your scouting report. I want to be on your scouting report. Yeah,
That's interesting, actually. That's a good goal. This
man plays defense, rebounds the ball. He can shoot the 3. I've been getting better at shooting. I feel more confident. I'm a better shooter. I need to get better at going towards the lane because I feel I got stronger. I got bigger. I was like, I put on more weight for myself. So I need to get better at going to the rack, especially towards the left-hand side, even though I do write with my left hand. So I think it should be fairly easy. I do like going left. So if you make me go left, I'm going to go left.
What are you doing to work on those things, like actively?
Actively, I know for my size, I use my length more. So what am I doing? I'm doing, I do like this little drill, pound dribble into just like a regular layup, and then pound dribble into like the Pino step right from my left hand, because I know you're gonna bump me, because obviously you see me shooting my right hand, you're gonna bump me because I'm going off track. So I have to get better at taking a bump, because once I get bumped, I'm like done for. But that's why I got bigger for. I'm gonna take the bump and probably Euro step over you, or just bump you back. So I'm just trying new things to get better towards that. I'm just have to attack your lead foot going left. Like sometimes I don't go straight. Sometimes, you know what I mean? I go around. So exactly, instead of I would rather go straight. I want to go through you. I want to go through you. So that's what I'm trying to work on. I want to go straight through you. Like, yeah, you're gonna have to find me. So that's really it.
Okay, you obviously progressed a lot from your freshman year until right now. Mm-hmm. I'm wondering, what kind of lessons have you learned in the process that you would teach your freshman self to sort of speed up that process?
Oh, easy. Don't lose your confidence. I lost my confidence so many times. I could like 2 to 3 times. Don't let your confidence take over you. Yeah, don't let it waver you.
Why do you think that happened?
I think just some of the coaches, and I'm being in my head. As I told Max, he's always in his head. I told him, yo, shut the fuck up and play ball. Like, I promise you, that's what I have to tell myself. So, like, I have, like, once again, I be missing layups, and I have butterfingers. I have butterfingers. My teammates would dead joke about it all the time. But I know, like, they're just like, yo, bro, you could do so much better. And I used to get in my head about those things last year. Now, if I fuck up like with those tendencies, I'm just like, fuck. I'll get back on defense and I'll get a stop and then make it up for it. Or something like that. I feel every little mistake you do offensively, make up for it on defense. Every mistake you do defensively, make up for it on offense. Or just make up for it better next time on defense if you're a defensive specialist.
Who do you kind of like model your game after? Like any role models in the league, like, or guys who played as a kid? Yeah.
You know the crazy part is I have so much different names. I have so many different names. Like if you ask kid me, like we're young, Dwayne Wade. Now I'm a big Klay Thompson fan. So I'm the biggest Klay Thompson fan. I like Devin Booker. I like Zach LaVine. I like Jason Tatum, even though he's on the wrong team.
That's kind of a bar. Kind of a rhyme. Right.
I like Donovan Mitchell. I can
kind of see Donovan Mitchell.
I like Donovan Mitchell.
In Neil's game?
A little bit.
I like...
Just like the jumper, because it's really squared off.
Yeah, I just
the pump fake into the...
I like Mikal Bridges.
I can see Mikal Bridges.
Why can't you see Donovan Mitchell?
Because he's a wing forward, spot 3-and-D player. Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell's not a wing spot up 3-and-D player. Mikal Bridges, I definitely can see.
Like in the best game of who I just like seeing the most is Paul George. Even I would love to have Paul George game.
Everybody says
I would love to have Paul George game.
I feel like that's like a 2023 thing. It's like everyone loves Paul George.
Bro, I've seen at least 100 edits on fucking TikTok of some
Kawhi.
Everybody loves Paul George in 2023.
Yeah, and then Kawhi. I like Kawhi game too.
Yeah, I can see Kawhi too. But like those are all different players than Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, but it's just like, I'm not saying just his entire game, but the jump shot mechanics. And like,
That's fair. Do you have any lessons from basketball that you kind of like can use outside of basketball? So you said you're getting your master's this year, and you're done school, or not done school, but you get your master's. Now you kind of step into real life. What do you like? How can you use lessons you learned in basketball and kind of like use them to excel out of basketball in the real world?
Leadership, I feel. Just use that leadership. You're already a part of a team, so you know how to work amongst other people. You've seen different characters already throughout your whole life, so I'm not going to be surprised if I see someone who's, once again, ego-based, or someone who just thinks all about for themselves, or just, they like to be, or someone who's shy. I've seen it all. We all seen it all, so I think that's what translates, and then being more outspoken. So I don't think it's going to be a hard transition, really. I don't think it's going to be hard for me.
So last episode, too, we asked Tay, what are 3 traits that you think a successful basketball player has? And 3, I'm gonna add, what are 3 unsuccessful traits you think people who aren't really good at hooping have? Because you obviously, as a freshman, you weren't really a leader yet, but now you've transitioned into sort of a more leader role. And I think you can probably notice some successful traits that people have, and I'm wondering if you could break those down. Like discipline, confidence, outspoken, certain shit.
I say I feel the major trait is being coachable.
Okay.
I think that's one. I think accountability, being able to say, hey, I fucked up. And one, I'll say just work ethic. Or just, you don't need to I'm not saying anyone has to have like, oh, work. Nah, just like, when it's time to work, you work. When it's time to go out there, like I'm here, like you're gonna feel my presence. I don't want anyone to be like, okay, I'm out here, but you're just in the corner and no one's paying attention to you. If I don't feel your presence, I don't think you're a threat at all. I think that goes for anybody.
Yeah, that work ethic shit, low-key pisses me off. When I see people in the gym with like 10 pounds and some dumbbells and shit, they're just going like this. That shit bothers me to no end, bro, because they're not pushing themselves.
Like I think the biggest like trait like that separates someone who's good at anything from someone who's not is integrity. I think that's the most important thing to have. Integrity is like doing the right thing when no one's watching. That could be like being a good person, but that could also be like I'm in the gym by myself, so like I'm not gonna go full speed.
Or touching the line on sprints.
Or coach isn't watching, so I'm not going to touch the lines.
Yeah.
And sprints, exactly. Like that type of thing that separates somebody who's going to be successful from somebody who's going to be average. Just doing the right thing because they want to get better and they want to do the best they possibly can, not because coach is watching.
Or just like the ability to push yourself. That should be pissing me off so much, bro. Like I've been seeing skinny ass motherfuckers in the gym just doing this, is like, and then I'll be beside them just dying on a rep of bicep curls. Like there's clearly a difference between someone like me and you, and that's just how life is.
It's a big difference.
It's like the more you put in, the more you get out.
Yeah.
Do you have any like crazy stories, maybe from high school, maybe from JUCO, just like about like that just involve basketball that you can think of? Our audience loves stories, loves like crazy funny experiences. I'm sure.
Okay.
Definitely
I got one. So JUCO days. There's this big man named Cam. Cam can tell a fucking story. Cam likes to fucking talk. And then we have my other teammate Q. They was going at it. I think they always go at it. But this one practice, they was really getting real intense. So I can't really specify what they really said much, but it was more along that's like, oh, you suck, back and forth basketball things. And then the ball's thrown, when that gets thrown, I think that's like, he took that as the ultimate sign of disrespect. So they try to fight it out. But then at the end of the day, they separated. Oh, this is practice. This is practice. Coach don't give a fuck. Coach looking, he's sitting down. He wants over the smoke. He's like, I like it. Because he's like, I like it. So y'all do know how to fight. But I think y'all fighting the wrong people. Y'all not fighting our opponents. So he's sitting there. He's watching it. He said, all right, cool. Now let's have practice again. So he said, okay, have that same energy now to each other again. And then the same energy again. So it was just like a learning lesson. He was just like, saying, y'all could fight, but y'all fighting against the wrong people. Y'all fighting against each other. Fight against the opponents.
Our coach was looking the same way last year. Like when Trevor was in that one-on-one drill, and he started just crying and slapping the floor, and coaches just leaning him against the wall, just watching this shit happen. Yeah,
it's just like he's like saying like, all right, y'all taught yourself. Now go out there and learn. So, and once again, after that, it was like real intense. That's probably like the funnest practice I had in a minute. Like I could name like, all right, cool, that was fun because they was going at it. Like Cam, and mind you, Q is a guard. Cam is a big. He doesn't. That's the dude he's an all-star practice player. That he was just going crazy that day, and Q was just going back and forth. Like I don't know, it was fun. I don't know how to put it into words. It was just a fun practice, talking shit, going back, like pushing each other, not calling the fouls. We're not calling nothing. It's like we're not calling nothing. You call a foul at this point, it's gonna be a fight.
When you said like practice player, that kind of gets me thinking. Like, what do you think separates somebody who's like good in practice and good in open gyms from someone who's good in games?
I like that question. Practice player compared to open gym. I feel, okay, practice player, there's no one around. So it's just you and your teammates. So it's just open gym. Yeah, it's just you're playing against regular people. Well, you're talking about regular people, right? Like, we're not talking about college. Yeah.
College, like
So
college
college open
open gym.
gym, there's no pressure. There's not real. It's not real defense. Like, no one's trying to help. Practice players, like, there's no one around you. It's only you and your teammates. So people just see regular. But I feel like when the lights get bright, that's when they get timid. Like, the shots they normally make in practice, it's not going in. Why is that? Confidence.
You ever struggle with that, being a practice player?
Yeah, I did. But I feel once, like, after like a certain amount of shots go in, you just gotta see one go in. Even if a shooter, especially, I feel if a shooter's not making their shot, keep on shooting. But if it's like you're like 0 for 10 from 3, you gotta at least see, like, go for a layup, just so that you can see one, just one. And then I feel once again, let it fly. I would never tell a shooter stop shooting.
What type of like basketball do you think your game kind of like fits best in? Because like you have guys who are like really shifty, really good at one-on-one, and then you kind of put them in like a 3-on-3, and they're less effective. Like Chris.
That's crazy as fuck.
Chris's best type of basketball is 100% one-on-one. 100% bag work, three
Bag
dribbles,
work, do you?
counters, one-on-one.
I would rather, like, I'd be dead ass, I'd rather play threes. I think my game's more conducive for
But then
threes.
you put Chris in 5s, and it's different, right?
I say.
I'm on your ass right now. Like, I'm just being like different people's games are suitable for different styles of play. Me personally, not a very good ones player at all. But 3s or 5s is completely different because there's more movement, there's more off-ball movement, and that's just more conducive for my game. So kind of, what do you feel like your game kind of like is best suited for?
I don't have the best bag, but I think I could definitely hold my own in a one-on-one.
It's got to be your defense.
Defense, and like I'm from New York, so I kind of like know. I'm not saying I have the biggest bag, but like I got like, okay, I could do a little 1-2 move, hezzy, and get by you. It's not the greatest, but I could do it. But I feel 3s and 5s is where I'm at. So 3s and 5.
Definitely a better situation to be in than a one-on-one player.
Yeah, because
You know what I mean? Like, there are guys who like excel in one-on-ones.
yeah, and then
Ian Green.
oh, Ian.
So now I come on your ass and then you go on Ian.
Oh, I beat Ian, by the way. But you see this, I beat Ian on one-on-one. Came back.
Ian's a good one-on-one player.
I came back. It was 4-8.
He's still good for 3-on-3. Not to like gas him up. He is a good he's a good basketball player.
Ian, when you see this, bust your ass. No, I didn't bust his ass, but
Chris is just on your ass.
I was
Ian's pretty good
4-8.
player.
Only need one bucket to win. 4 straight threes, step back, mid-range, bang, game winner. Yeah, Ian, hold that.
He's definitely going to run it back after that one.
I know he is.
We'll record that. We'll record that.
I know he is.
We'll put mics on both of you. We'll record it.
Kind of like the last kind of question we ask usually before we wrap it up. I think this is definitely a good spot to ask. Is like, what's one piece of advice you give to your younger self? And I know you talked about confidence. You have something else. You know what I mean?
I say confidence. I say, I wish I loved it earlier. I wish I loved basketball earlier. I really
You control
do.
that though.
No, I don't think so.
Like we've had a Stephanie Rudnick, she's a coach and an entrepreneur, and she came on here and she talked about how there's usually an event or something that has to happen, a catalyst to turn you into that kind of player that loves the game, and you can't force that.
Yeah.
You have to let it happen on its own.
I really wished I did, because I think if I did, I would put like a lot more like into myself. I can't take it back now. I mean, I had time. I can't say that. I had time. I could have put a lot more, but still though, I wish I like from early elementary, I say like 3rd grade, if I really started loving it, I think at that point I just liked it. I just see, oh, that's my favorite player. Yeah, I want to be like him, but I'm just a 3rd grader, just coming every once in a while, just shooting around. I feel like if I like went to the park more consistently and shot the ball more, get better with myself, then yeah, it'd be a different story. But I really wish that. Like,
So you think just like be in the gym, like put in more work?
Yeah, like even if like middle school time, like more in high school time, like I'm telling you, high school time when it really hit, like yo, I like basketball.
Was there like a vivid moment you can remember where that happened?
Like I
was there
really do love.
like someone said something to you, or a coach cut you, or
Like, I'll say high school. It was like it wasn't on my team. It was like for like this other league. Like we won, and like the coach we had was phenomenal. Phil, how you doing? Phil, like he just like, all right, cool, we're doing it. He just made me love basketball even more. That's like the genuine coach I can say. I'm like, yeah, he made me love the game. So Phil made me love that game.
Well, you have anything else?
That's all I got.
I think that's what we got for today. Can you come
That's
on the
it.
pod?
Appreciate it. I was waiting for my time to come on the pod. I was waiting.
Definitely gonna have you on again and just
I'll
see
definitely
how
will.
everything you said, kind of like how we build off that and how you build onto the year, and like have everybody else on, like just check in and see like you made all these goals, like did you achieve the goals, and like what you maybe could do better for next year or whatever. So we're definitely gonna.
You know, I think you should have TC here. TC.
We're gonna have everybody.
TC is a good mind, but that's it.